I feel like you guys are just as invested in the skate park now as I am, because we have been here together so many times. And I came here recently and you guys saw one of the previous videos where it was just looking so ragged. It was so bad. There was just paint everywhere. The city had kind of turned a blind eye to a lot of the problems that they have had here. And the whole sand thing, right? That was frustrating. But I haven't been here in like probably 2 weeks now, and I've come back and it looks a lot better. Let me show you. For one, they came and actually got rid of a lot of the paint that they put down. So that looks really, really good. Even the 8, which was completely white at one point, they had painted it tan because of the fact that somebody come here and, like I said, just graffitied everything. That's fine. Got rid of all the paint that they put down there. They got rid of the block of paint they put on the hip. We still have some work to do over here on the walls and things like that, but that's okay. Headed in the right direction. I'm happy about that. But we're not riding today. Here's why. We're not riding today because I absolutely destroyed my back not that long ago. I was hoping it was gonna be better by today. It's not. So today we're doing a Q&A. That's the plan for the day. So the way that we're doing this is I posted something on my Instagram story asking you guys to ask me a bunch of questions for this video, and you guys absolutely killed it. This happened last time. You guys asked me a bunch of solid questions. So let's get into it. First question, Brant Duncan. Out of all of your signature decks you've ever had, which one is your all-time favorite? I think my all-time favorite signature deck that I had was probably the AOSV 4, which a lot of you guys are probably going to be a little bit confused on. I think it was just the color was absolutely perfect for 1. For 2, we sold a ton of them. And for 3, we worked really hard on the design that was underneath that deck, which was Bertha, which is my old GTO. It had the perfect scripture above it, which was Philippians 4:13. It was just, everything about that deck was perfect. I was so happy with it. We put a lot of work, a lot of love into that deck. And I rode that deck for probably like 3 or 4 years. So good run with it. I love the AOSV 5s, which my scooter's right here. I love the AOSV 5s as well, but that one was just a little bit, had a little extra like specialty item, and it was my first Envy signature deck, so a lot of good things for it. Next question is from _Aidens. Do you have any tips for learning turndowns/inverts? Yes. Like I said in the beginning of this video, I got a bad back right now, so I'm not gonna get too gnarly with this, but I wanna show you guys just kind of a little bit of how to do turndowns and or inverts. First off, we're gonna start with inverts. The biggest secret that I can give you is this back ankle, right? This back ankle. When it's on your scooter, you really gotta utilize this brake, and you kinda gotta roll your ankle here, like roll it this way. The reason that you do that is to keep your scooter from staying just in front of you. Another thing is, a lot of people, when they're trying to do inverts, they turn their bars. Your bars do not turn. Your whole scooter goes sideways, or this left elbow tucks in, like you kind of bring it more towards your abdomen. So that's the move right there. So turn your scooter, kind of tuck your left elbow into your abdomen, keep the right side of your foot against your brake, roll your ankle, and then bring it sideways. It's a very weird trick to do. I'm gonna demonstrate for you guys on this 5-foot quarter pipe, just so you have an idea. So watch closely. Not an easy trick to learn, I will say. It's very foreign because nobody wants to just fully turn their scooter. They always want to turn their bars, like I said, but that's not the trick. Your whole scooter stays straight like this. Your front wheel stays perpendicular to the front of your deck. Same thing with a turn down. That back foot is the key. So with a turn down, you're kind of keeping that right side of your foot against your brake again, but this time you're not rolling it, you're more so pushing it. So you almost want to feel a flexion within your ankle, but not the rolling feel of it. Turn down, you do turn your handlebars and push that right foot out like this, bring everything back. The left ankle is what rolls for me because I do bow-legged turn downs with this trick. So that left ankle is the one that kind of does this. My left ankle rolls, my right ankle pushes. So it's almost like my ankles are going in this direction, like they're almost both going in opposite directions, but this right one doesn't feel like it's rolling. So a push, a roll, and turn your bars. Two hard tricks to learn, I will say. Not easy. If you're diligent with it and you're persistent and you practice, you can definitely learn how to do both of those tricks easily, so get after it. Hopefully that helps a lot of you guys with turn downs and or inverts. Next question is from Thomas_McQueen 2024. He said, I don't know if he meant what or when. I'm gonna say when. When did your relationship with God start growing? So I've been a Christian my entire life. I was raised in a Christian household. as I've gotten older, I've started to kind of understand a lot more and just kind of started to sort of like let go of a lot of my problems and just kind of give them to God. I would say probably within the last 2 to 3 years, it's just started to get a lot stronger. Again, like I've always been a believer, I've always prayed, and I've gone to church a lot more recently, but I'd say within the last couple of years, I've just kind of started to what's the word? I guess more so rely on the Lord and just kind of letting him just letting go and letting him do his thing. If you guys are struggling with something, definitely something I would recommend. If you're trying to control something, just let it go, give it to God, and he'll work his magic for you. But always, you gotta talk to him. You gotta talk to him. Tyler_Storm91 says, where is Bertha? You're not gonna like this. For all my people that watch this that are car guys, you're not gonna like this. Fat rip, dude. She is not happy with me. Look at this. Flat ass tire. This car has been just sitting for quite some time now, and I feel bad. Like it's starting to get like kind of sun damage right here, sun damage right here. I haven't gone inside of the car in quite some. Is it unlocked? It's unlocked. Oh, she's leaning right now. Look at, we got spider webs, dude. Like, yeah, I've been treating her dirty. I'm not gonna lie, you guys. So, for those of you guys that absolutely love Bertha, I'm sorry. She still loves me though. She'll get back on the road. Trust me. Got some other things I gotta take care of, but she's still here. She's not going anywhere, don't worry. This is a really good one. It's a good scooter question. Danny2rare_ said, what's one trick that scares you every time you do it? Every single time I do this trick. Every single time. It's a particular way of doing it. Double bar spins. They're not scary doing anything straight. I'm not afraid of doing double bar spins straight. I'll do them flat, I'll do them over boxes, I'll do them fly out. I'm not worried about that. It's when I do them front side over a hip. It's always when I'm doing them over a hip. I get so nervous about them. Or doing them air. Doing them anytime you're spinning while doing a double bar spin, it's so sketchy. Because if you're doing it top side, the scooter wants to fly away from you. If you're doing it front side, it's not as bad, but if you screw it up and you're going straight like over, like if I'm doing one on this hip right here, if I'm doing it front side going, like for me that's in this direction, and I do double bar spin and I drop it, I'm screwed. You don't know where the scooter's gonna go. You usually land on top of it and stumble. It's a freaky trick to do turning. Zayden Makano said, can you do another camera bag check but more in depth? Let's do it. So the camera that I'm using right now to make this video is a Canon R5, and the lens I'm using is a 16 to 35 L lens, and my bag, so I have a lot of stuff that I've had to acquire throughout the years to actually make this vlog look and work properly. So here's another lens that I used earlier. It's a Canon 24 to 70 mm L lens. All the glass that I've used in the past and for a little while now has been Canon glass. I will say this isn't everything that I own. This is just what I currently have in my bag. Usually my laptop is in here, which is a MacBook Pro. That's what I edit with. And in here, I have an old school Mavic Pro. This is the very first rendition of it. This is what I've been using lately because I can film and log with this, which is really nice. I have a Mini 2, but the only thing I don't like about it is I can't film and log, which kind of sucks. I do have a set of the DJI Mic 2s. I'm not using these right now. I've used them a couple times, but I just haven't really had a reason to use them a lot, mainly because I have the microphone that's on this camera right now, which is a, what the hell is this? It's a Rode Video Micro. So it's just the one that's, it's really small, it's got the little tiny fluff on it, but it works good. But I have these just in case I need to do something that's like professional or nice, or if I'm far away from the camera, these kind of come into play. But if I'm close, I don't really use them. Over here I have, this is just the drone remote and my batteries. But for GoPro, I use a GoPro Hero 13 Black. I just got this not that long ago. Before this, I'd used an 11 for a long time, and that thing worked great. But it would do this thing where it froze every now and then eventually it just kind of broke and I needed a new one. But this one, I would say, since the GoPro Hero 3, which at the time was phenomenal, and I never had any problems with it, but all the GoPros from then I've had a problem with. The last GoPro had that split screen thing that was so annoying. I don't know why it did that. This thing has been phenomenal. So Hero 13 Black has been great. I want to try the DJI Action Cam one of these days, but right now, this is what I'm using. A lot of you guys that maybe do a lot of editing and stuff, hard drives. This has been the best hard drive that I've had thus far. It's a Lacey. I think this is a 2 terabyte. I usually have this thing in my bag. I don't know why, because I don't actually use it when I'm at the skate park, but it's just in my bag just in case I want to stop at a Starbucks and edit or something like that. Always have this in here. It hasn't corrupted on me yet or crashed, so really, really good. This camera, a lot of you guys are probably looking at this camera like, why the hell does he have this? I bought this for golf content. This is not a scooter camera, though I have used it a couple times for scooter stuff. It's a Panasonic HCX 1500, I believe. It's a good little, just a camcorder. It's solid for zoom footage, so when I do film some golf content, that'll be the camera that I actually use. And then this thing, I use this so often. This is the most useful tool, I'd say, in my bag right now. This is an Insta360 1X3, is that right? Just X3, Insta360 X3 camera. I use this a lot. The coolest thing about these cameras is you can get so like crafty and so original. You can mount these things anywhere and get some wild footage. Like I've seen new footage and different angles that I've never seen, and different ways that people move the footage around. Damn near every single day I've seen something new, but solid camera. It's a little funky right when I got it. It's a little funky with when I actually go upside down. So if I'm doing like a flip double whip or a flare or something like that, sometimes it kind of gets a little wonky and it does this weird flip thing. So I can't really use that footage. But I use this thing for a lot of like fisheye stuff on like their little extendo pole, which is this thing right here. This little extender pole. This thing's awesome because it gets super long. But yeah, a very useful tool in the camera world, especially for YouTubers, or if you just want to get like Instagram stuff or TikTok shorts or whatever. This is a really cool thing to have. Up here, I've got some Envy stickers. So if you guys ever see me and you want some stickers, just let me know. I usually have some on me. I got a couple of SD cards in here. This is a CFast card. This is just if I want to film like 8K footage with my R5, which I haven't yet. And some random things like little you know, GoPro accessories, a couple little like wind muff things, and a battery. And in this pocket, I have this little thing, which is super handy. It is a like a little 1/2-inch socket that's just super small. So if you want to be able to fit this into those decks that kind of have a stubborn little spot, really cool thing to have. What is this? Oh, this is just an SD card for a micro SD, but I don't know why it's in there. The camera bag is always subject to change. It always goes in and out. Sometimes I have just like this little tiny bag that I'll use and I'll just record stuff with my phone and a DJI Mini and a GoPro. Sometimes I have this giant bag. Sometimes I have my 1DX in this giant bag, and I'll take that around for photos. I got all kinds of stuff at the house that I've just kind of accumulated over the last 10 years of doing YouTube videos. So that's not all my camera stuff, but today, that's what I have. Next question is from Cool, I can't read, my phone's doing that dark thing. Cool Kadar. He said, what could you have done to make your worst crash less bad? Oh, Jesus. My worst crash was here. It was on the 5-foot quarter pipe, which is over here in this corner. I was trying to do a backflip to feeble. I have a couple of clips of me doing flip feeble grinds and things like that, but I was trying to do a feeble stall on this day. And for that trick, you're supposed to flip kind of straight up. And on the same day I was learning flares, I was trying to at least, and for a flare I had to jump out. So instead of doing a flip up, I did a flip out but straight, and I landed with my chest kind of along the coping like this, and it did some serious freaking damage. It broke my hip, dislocated my femur, broke 2 ribs, I chipped my teeth, broke my chin, broke my nose. It was really bad. It was very bad. I bruised a lung. It was very bad. What could I have done to make that crash less bad? Flip up, not out. Yeah, this is a good question, and it's kind of one that I don't really want to answer, but I have to, I guess. It's from Austin Wynn. He said, why do you think the scootering has gotten less popular in the last couple of years? For the short answer, I don't really know. Of course, nobody can like pinpoint the answer, because if we could do that, we would cure that disease or whatever you want to call it. I guess for me, I'd say I think it's been slowing down for a few years now. Ever since the pandemic, it's kind of been on its way down. I don't know if people just kind of got cooped up inside and just got really in tune with just being on their phones and playing video games. Like, of course, there's so many people that are just on their phones, and it's affected not only scootering, it's affected all of action sports. If you've watched X Games recently, X Games is so minuscule as to what it was 10 years ago when I was a kid, or not a kid, but when I was 20 years old watching it. It's so much smaller than what it was. So action sports have kind of been on a decline for a while, and I think that, to be honest with you guys, people have just been really just gotten more used to being inside. You have so much availability with everything on your phone. If you want to get food, you use your phone. If you want to buy something, you use your phone. When 10 years ago, if you wanted to buy something, you had to take your ass to Best Buy and buy a camera piece or whatever. But nowadays you can go on Amazon and get it tomorrow morning. If you wanted to go and get Chipotle, you had to get your ass up, go to Chipotle and place your order and talk to a person. People just don't have to do that anymore. People are just inside all the time, and I think they just become so comfortable with being inside when they weren't 10 years ago. Hopefully it turns around and people are back outside. It's kind of, that's what it's been lately. A lot more people have been back outside again, which has been great to see. But time will only tell. Robert JT Immons, he said, did you ever take a break from scooters, and what made you bounce back and be better? If you mean like a break, like a long break, no. I've never actually taken a long break that wasn't injury related. Of course, I've fallen and like torn things to where I had to take a break. So I guess with those, the things that kind of made me bounce back and get back into scootering and not take this huge step backwards, I guess it's just not being afraid of doing that same trick that I got hurt doing originally. For example, not long ago, I was doing a T-block bar right here on this hip, and I took a concrete nap on the floor. When I got back and I was able to scooter again, that was one of the first tricks that I did, was that T-block bar spin, just so I wasn't afraid to get past that barrier and just continue to push the envelope as far as I'm comfortable with. So things like that, I guess, for me, are those mental blocks are the ones that I try to get over first. I've gotten a lot smarter with a lot of the things. I've learned to choose my battles a lot better. But those mental blocks, those are the ones that people really need to work on a lot, because I feel like those are the ones that hold people back. It's not the physical attributes, it's the mental ones. Pink_Breakfast wants to know, when's your next trip to the Portland NV warehouse? It's been a while since I've actually been there. I think I'm due to get back out there and see the boys again. I don't really have anything on the books right now. I don't have any plans to go to Portland as of now, but I would imagine I'll be out there within the next, hopefully this summer. If I could get out there this summer and just see the boys. The owner of Envy, he just made a new house. I want to see that house and maybe go out and play some golf with them. So maybe I'll be out there soon, and it would be really, really cool to do a full Envy warehouse tour, because it's been like 6 years since we've done one of those. So if you guys want to see that video, let me know in the comments below. This is another good question. Jesus. Hyper_Walker wants to know, what made you stray towards park/vert style instead of street? I guess we'll start with the skate park portion of it, Walker. For me, when I started scootering, this is kind of where I started, was at this skate park. Street stuff wasn't really a thing for scooters yet. I mean, and not to mention, scootering wasn't a thing. Like, it was just me. Like, I was the only scooter rider that was here riding for a long, long time. And I guess, like, if I would have had people that I could go and ride street with, maybe I would have been a street rider. I could have been wearing baggy cuffed pants and overalls, but that's just not the way it turned out. I started scootering in a time where nobody was, and this was just my home. This is where everybody was. I knew if I came to the skate park, somebody was going to be here riding a skateboard or a bike, and somebody that I knew. So this is where I was most comfortable with people, and it's just where I kind of grew. Vert kind of happened later. I guess, like, that was just something that was just so different, and I still feel today that there's not enough people going super high and riding these massive, massive ramps. Granted, they're not nearly as accessible as every other skate park, but I mean, I just don't see that many people going super high. When I was at my peak of riding, I wanted to go as high as I possibly could, and I did that, and vert was just kind of like that next step. So I feel like vert was just kind of flowed in there really easily. But yeah, I'm not a street guy. Everybody that watches this, you guys know I look stupid when I try to grind a rail, but it is what it is. Well, that's gonna do it for this little Q&A portion of the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. If you guys have any other questions and you want them answered, let me know in the comments below. I go through and I comment back to most of the people that leave comments in my videos, or at least I try to. If I don't get back to you there, send me a message on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, I'm available at all those. All those links are in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you haven't already, please subscribe. I'd appreciate that. That kind of keeps this channel going. Much love to all of you guys, and go ride your scooters, skateboard, bike, rollerblades, unicycle. I don't give a damn. Go outside. Go have some fun. Don't place an order on DoorDash. Take your ass over to Chipotle and get some Chipotle. Love you guys. Till next time, I'm out of here. Later.